No, it's very correlated.
That's funny.
I think we want to start the awards ceremony, so if I can have everyone's attention. Can I have everyone's attention? No, yes. Hello? Can I have everyone's attention? Thank you. Good evening. My name's Annie Van Gelderen, and I'm the president and CEO of the Birmingham Bloomfield Arts Center. I'm very pleased to welcome you all here tonight for this great annual occasion, and I'm happy to have a moment to tell you a little bit about this Arts Center. As some of you are aware, the BBAC started in 1957 by women who were interested in having a place to paint. More than half a century later, we are offering hundreds of classes annually for thousands of people who range in age from preschool to those who are in their 90 plus. Between our faculty positions and retail opportunities for artists to sell their work, we enable many of them to make a living from art. We maintain a robust exhibition schedule that showcases master-level artists, emerging artists, and our own students. Our art access programs have coalesced into multiple levels that serve underserved high school students, physically and mentally challenged adults, and individuals with Alzheimer's. The BBAC serves its constituents and this region as a true community art center, connecting people of all ages, abilities, with visual arts, education, and other creative experiences. Every day, we promote our vision of art for all and are proud to contribute to the well-being of our region. So welcome. Thank you. So now I'm going to welcome someone from the community house, Gigi.
Thank you. The community house is delighted to sponsor the Birmingham Bloomfield Cultural Council's Cultural Arts Award. We've been sponsoring this event for 19 years because we believe in supporting arts in the community. It's a big part of our mission. At the Community House, we deliver events and programming which provide enrichment for children and adults of all ages. And on behalf of the Community House, I want to congratulate Cultural Arts Award recipient Wendy Evans, who I'm proud to say has been one of our art teachers, art history teachers at the Community House for several years. And I know my colleague Brett Nicholson is going to say some words about Wendy. And I'd also like to congratulate Joyce LeBand for her special Lifetime Achievement Award, honoring her for her lifetime of arts advocacy. And lastly, I just want to thank the committee for their work on putting this lovely program together. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Brett Nicholson. I'm the Director of Human Services at the Community House, and I've had the esteemed pleasure of working with Wendy Evans throughout my last 3 years at TCH. Wendy is one of 2 resident artists, art historians at the Community House, lecturing on cultural topics ranging from the engravings and etchings of the 1400s to public art and modernism. In total, Wendy has offered 132 courses since 2009 at the Community House. Wendy's lectures remove her students and take them to a world of passion and intrigue while challenging them to consider perspective. Wendy has developed quite a following with her lectures and have brought 3 testimonials provided by her students that I'd like to share with you tonight. Wendy Evans is knowledgeable, prepares thoughtfully for her lectures, and challenges thought. Julie Dawson. Wendy's classes opened my mind to possibilities that I never thought to explore. From Bonnie Robb. Who knew that history could be this much fun? Please continue to offer more Wendy Evans art lectures in the future. From Robert Hicks. Wendy's impact is obvious and invaluable, which is why on behalf of the Community House, we are delighted that Wendy Evans is the 2015 Cultural Arts Award recipient. 14.
Thank you. Is Larry Rulin here from the Eccentric? Larry? The Eccentric is also one of our co-sponsors, and they will be running a wonderful article for you all to read on Sunday that will reflect personal interviews with Wendy Evans and Joyce LeBan, written by Diane Burt, who is one of our former award winners. So I want to direct your attention to that. It'll be this Sunday's Eccentric. My name is Anita DeMarco Gore, and I'm the co-chair of the Cultural Arts Award Committee. On behalf of the Cultural Council of Birmingham Bloomfield, a catalyst for artistic endeavors in the area, I'd like to welcome you. I'd like to recognize our president who's here tonight, Lori Tennant, last year's winner. I co-chair this committee with a wonderful person named Marcy Heller Fisher, who cannot be here tonight and sends her regrets. She is in post-surgical rehab and she's really disappointed she can't be here. And so our friend here is videotaping it on a cell phone so that he can email it to her, and I think we're going to make her really happy. We couldn't do this without the effort of all the different co-sponsors. Each institution plays their part. And the other important part that we have here is our jury, and at this time I'd like to recognize the people who volunteer their services as jurors, many of whom are here tonight, either present jury members or former jury members. We need you, and we're very pleased to have you. You do a great job. I'd like to recognize Greg Kowalski, the Director of Communications for Bloomfield Township, who arranges for Bloomfield Cable to tape this presentation. It will be rebroadcast on Bloomfield Cable for the next month or so at different times of the day in the evening, and so you might want to take a look at that. Our award is a custom design made by Link Wackler. Link, we'd like to recognize you. Link Wackler of Link Wackler Designs was a juror one year and enjoyed it so much that he stepped forward and said he'd like to stay involved in the process and he would like to contribute the design for an award. And so we work with him each year, and we welcome that and we're grateful for it. Another award that will be given tonight is a beautiful work of calligraphy by an artist named Winifred Coventry. Wink, we have Wink and Link. An award-winning artist and calligrapher who enjoys very much her role in teaching and learning, and who worked for many years at the Friends School in Detroit. And when we present the award, you'll see how wonderful it is. We have a perpetual plaque at the Birmingham City Hall that records all these winners that are listed in your program tonight. It's been updated, and I invite you to stop in on the second floor of Birmingham City Hall, opposite the City Commission room, where you can look at it. It's a very nice piece of work, and each year we have a plaque engraved so that we remember all the new people. Next year will be the 20th year for this award. It's really hard to believe, but that many years will have gone by. This award is dependent on you, the members of the community, to make good nominations of worthy people. And so we invite you now to be thinking of people that would make good nominees for the 20th Anniversary Award. The information about nominating people comes out generally in middle or late June, and so you can be watching for it in the spring. But it's not too soon to be thinking about constructing a strong nomination. At this time, we're ready to start presenting the awards. And I would like to introduce to you Pauline Mengabeer, a friend of Wendy Evans, who nominated her for this award. Pauline?
Being asked to introduce Wendy and be brief is almost an impossible task. Wendy, my friend, my art history teacher and mentor, has had a long and illustrious career, and she's not even old yet. Wendy was born in London, England, and at Oxford University, has her bachelor's and master's degree in politics, philosophy, and economics. And that's where she met her husband, Leonard, who's standing right behind her right now, that Irishman. They moved to Ottawa, where Wendy worked as an economist, and then they moved to Detroit. And as their three children grew, she went to the Detroit Institute of Arts and went into docent training, and that was all very fine, but it wasn't quite enough. So she went to Wayne State University and got her master's in art history, and that launched her career as an art teacher, and you've heard quite a bit about it. But she's been teaching the docents in training at the DIA since that time. She teaches at Wayne State, she teaches at Center for Creative Studies, and just about every other major learning institution in the metropolitan Detroit area. She also has her Art Talks by Wendy, and I'm sure she would be delighted if you would give her your name. She can put it on her website and let you know when her other talks are coming up, some of them at the community house, as you heard. But she speaks in different venues around the area. Listening to a talk by Wendy, seeing and listening is a really unique experience, because her PowerPoint skills are so incredible. She can take an image on the screen and circle it, move it, enlarge it, so that those of us who are computer zombies are just totally dazzled by what she does with her images. But it's also a very deep learning experience. So Wendy is a teacher. She has been a volunteer at the Detroit Institute of Arts for 30 years. She's been in about every leadership position, including the chair of the Volunteer Council, which is the council of the 800 volunteers at the DIA. And she has also been the president of the American Association of Museum Volunteers. So she ranges widely, and with a lot of leadership positions. She's an avid gardener. She's a great cook. She's very peripatetic. She and Leonard travel the world. They have a son and grandchild on each coast, and her mom and their daughter's in Chicago, and her mom is 101 now, I think, in London, England, and so Wendy checks in with her mom from time to time, going to see her. I think what her friends like is when she's got a teaching stint, so we know she's going to be home for a while. I'd like to introduce Wendy Evans, my friend and a wonderful person.
Pauline is handing Wendy her award. There's also a nice bracelet that goes with this award. That's evocative of the award itself, and there are people in this room who are wearing one, so anyone who has one of Link's bracelets that goes with this award, raise that hand.
We're both in, yes, as you noticed, just sort of by chance. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's all yours.
mind if I take it out? I can't see over the podium. I'm overwhelmed. I really. That is such a beautiful award, Link, and I'm so honoured to be receiving an award for my work. I'm not used to this. I'm rather more used to watching my husband get awards for his. But I'm really pleased to get this one, and for two special reasons. One is that it comes from my community. I might sound as if I just got off the boat, but I have lived in the same house in Bloomfield for 42 years, and in the Detroit area since 1967. And the other reason is I think it is just so special that arts education gets awarded. I'm absolutely passionate about it. I hope that everyone, from the kids I take around the museum to the seniors I go out and talk to, will get something from what I do. I always tell my Wayne State students at the beginning of the semester that I know what they do in my class will have them looking at art differently. But really what I hope is that they will look at the world differently and that it will continue to be part of their lives. So I think on behalf of all the arts teachers, thank you so very much. I'm really honored.
Annie and Judy, would you come forward?
I was told to be brief, but there's no way to be brief with telling about Joyce and all the things. Joyce is a piece of art. Her life has been contributing to the world of art by exposing people to wonderful pieces of architecture, working with the people mover. I have to read from this. This is unbelievable. This calligraphy that was made for Joyce says it in better words than I can. In recognition of and appreciation of the many ways your love of art, your volunteerism, and your philanthropy have become woven into this community and beyond. Your contributions have included Beginning the Picture Lady program, finding artists and financing for the People Mover stations and the Beaumont Hospital, volunteering at Cranbrook, and providing the Detroit Institute of Arts and the Birmingham Bloomfield Art Center with transformative support. I have to go beyond. I have to go beyond that. Joyce has opened her home, shared hers and Myron's wonderful collection of art. Their generosity to the community is unending, not only financially, but with their time, giving of themselves. Joyce, I can't thank you enough for being who you are.
So I'm going to say a few more words about Joyce. Many of you know she has a rich history of promoting, supporting, and volunteering her time and talent furthering the arts in this community and beyond. Her 20-plus years heading the art committee at Beaumont Hospital has impacted the hospital setting to incorporate original art, much by Michigan local artists, into the public areas, which promotes a soothing and caring environment in what usually is a very anxious space. She was ahead of her time by bringing art into the clinical setting, and it's now recognized by the medical community as a true tool in calming visitor-patient concerns. Her impact here at the BBAC, along with her husband, Dr. Myron Laban, wherever I don't see, there he is considerable. She's developed courses here, secured national recognized artists to serve as exhibition jurors. She's been a BBAC board member and a board chair and continues to act in an advisory capacity. Many people know Joyce as an avid art collector who opens her home for tours and acts as a hostess for many fundraisers. She takes in visiting artists from Cranbrook and the BBAC, making them feel welcome and connected to the community. The space we are in tonight, the Laban Commons Gallery, is dedicated to exhibiting and promoting BBAC student talent. This gallery represents Joyce's passionate attitude. Art should not be intimidating, but approachable. Her warmth, her true love of the arts is infectious and genuine. Her commitment to the arts inspires many, many people. I couldn't be more proud than to introduce her tonight as my dear friend, Joyce Laban.
Congratulations, Joyce.
Well, I'm a bit overwhelmed, I have to say. I'm looking out at all these wonderful, familiar faces of dear friends and supporters, and I had a whole speech, and everyone's already said it, and so it's like, I just, this is just such a wonderful moment for me. And I think about where I started and how I started getting involved in art, because both Myron and I have science backgrounds. We didn't know from art. We came here in 1967, the weekend of the riots. Shortly after that, we were invited to join a couples group to go with a facilitator to galleries and learn about contemporary art, which was very foreign to us. And something just struck a note, and from that moment on, I said, I want to do more, see more, know more, and so I started by studying, learning. I realized I could never be a maker, but I could be someone who supported, appreciated, advocated, owned, befriended artists, and make it part of my life. And so I think that was really what started me and what I've continued to do. And I have to say that all of these things that I have been involved in were happenstance, and I had a lot of mentors along the way. Some of them are here tonight. And I just, it has lit a flame in me, I don't know how else to say it, that has allowed me to have a life so full of enrichment. It is something that I would love to share with everybody, and I do share with one person in particular. But so I was given a very little amount of time to talk, so I want to say thank you so much to Judy and Annie for nominating me, and to the Cultural Committee for supporting that nomination. I'm just so flattered. I want to thank all of my friends who are here tonight, that I'm just so touched and moved by new friends, old friends, and dear friends, all of them. I can't tell you how much it means to be here tonight and share this evening with all of you. And most important, I have to thank the one person in my life who's been my partner for 60 years. This part wasn't planned.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Please continue to enjoy the refreshments. And the award winners, if you would just come forward for a few photographs, please. Thank you again.
You can go through whenever you want. No problem.